Hello everyone, we are here at the Lalit Ashok. There is an International Innovation and Creativity Conclave 2019 happening. A lot of delegates from across the globe have gathered here. Educators, educationalists, also decision maker, government, representation from so many countries have gathered here to discuss about innovation, creativity and the future of education, of how both of this will interspread in creating a cohesive society. Let's see what are the things happening here. Asia's one-of-its-kind event, International Innovation and Creativity Conclave, was inaugurated by lighting the lamp. A number of dignitaries participated and added grace to this event.
International Innovation and Creativity Conclave 2019. I welcome all of you wholeheartedly.
We want the students to get equipped with 21st century skills. A student who's joining in the next year, 2021, by the time he completes his graduation course and gets ready to compete in the world competition, how far he is equipped in terms of knowledge, in terms of skills, in terms of his course content to face the challenge. Higher education is a tool for social progress. It cannot be viewed as an end in itself. The government cannot change positively. The society cannot change positively as the world changes and adapts itself. Higher education must aim at comprehensive development of the new generation. The latest knowledge about various aspects of human life and guidance and leadership need to be inculcated at higher education levels. The universities especially should be centers of logical thinking, creative thinking, innovative thinking, and then which will result in setting up of new startups.
I declared as the richest man in the world when I don't owe money to anybody. Richness has no limit. Everybody, Mukesh Ambani also want to make more money now. But what is required is self-satisfaction. When you don't owe money to anybody, which you decide that you never will be able to repay the money, you repaid, and that's the richness. After that, I started investing in the healthcare and education. As on today, we are the largest healthcare provider in London. The first largest FTSE 100 company we are listed. We are the top performer in London. 2012 we listed. As on today, we have got 200 facilities, 187 hospitals in 37 countries. I'm telling you, and this is the skill development is that you have to use it. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You have to encourage that opportunity. If you lose it, you lost it forever.
Education in those days, in the past, was only about just filling you up with information, of just giving you what you needed to just at the end of the year go through some grades. It was more of spilling, getting in and out. It was more spilling out stuff. Today education has changed. It has changed. It's changed in a way that education is just not about imparting knowledge. It's about getting out a person who gets into a school or a university, chiseling them and bring them into great human beings who can make a difference to the society, to the world.
With me is Dr. Suresh Heblikar, a renowned filmmaker, environmentalist, and educator also. Sir, what do you think about innovation and creativity being taught?
Well, innovation and creativity, these two words have become very popular today in India. You can hear people talking about creativity and innovation many times. But we need definitely innovation because, you see, this country has progressed a lot economically. ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕವಾಗಿ ಆರ್ಥಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ತುಂಬ ಮುಂದುವರೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. In terms of education also, the country has gone quite ahead. But now we should look at how this whole India, for instance, ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚು we have not really concentrated more on developing the rural sector of India. So we need to introduce innovation in the rural sector.
With me is Dr. Rajendra Singh, fondly known as the waterman of India. So when we talk about creativity and innovation, how does it flow down to the grassroots level, and what is our duty? How should each one of us see, or what is it that we should know about creativity and innovation?
You know, the today our education system creating exercise only with brain. So yes, our brain is moving higher, but our soul is going down. So we need a education system where we can grow our soul and our wisdom both simultaneously.
Plenary discussions are happening, and we are at the grand ballroom now. Let's see what's happening.
I'm going to talk about just the bamboo. After all, bamboo. Everywhere it's there. But the innovation made it as one of the best product possible. Bamboo can make everything in the world. Right from the electricity, the furniture, the fabric, even the oxygen you and me are breathing. Bamboo grows 1.5 feet a day. No plant in the earth grows 1.5 feet a day. I run a laboratory which produces 1 lakh plant every day. 0.1 million plant every day. I send throughout the world to Australia, to South America, to Africa, to Europe, everywhere it goes. And that's getting planted and it's grown.
Students in higher education, especially engineering, were coming with the Clark's table to their class, and then they started bringing the slide rule to the class, and then they started bringing the laptop to the class now. And that is the change that has happened in the education, the tools of education that the students bring.
By all means, be prosperous. No problem at all. We have to be prosperous. That's what society is meant for. Prosperity for all. But at the same time, please don't stand in the way of another person's prosperity. If you see, you go on focusing on negative points, you are going to be doomed. Positive. Good for me and good for you. That is the idea of prosperity for all people. That we always stood for that fundamental idea of prosperity.
We are used to the whole knowledge transfer process, right, as children. We remember we used to go to school because we could not get knowledge from anywhere but use the teacher through a book to gain knowledge. So that was the time when knowledge transfer was happening. But today we must understand that the whole concept of transfer of knowledge is changed. It is no more, we are not depending on the book anymore, we are not depending on the teacher anymore. Knowledge has become accessible today. Children are much more powerful than they used to be before.
as you are aware, like of late, many of the universities like the Bharatiya University or many of other institutions are offering the tourism management courses. Of late, academicians, education institutions and students as well, they have understood, they have realized the importance of the tourism sector and as a catalyst for the, or as a tool for the economic development of the country.
With me is one of the speakers and delegates, Mr. Dinesh, who is the founder of Tare Zameen Par, an innovative education model where it has a mobile planetarium. It is taken to rural places, villages, and children are educated about the celestial bodies, the stars, and this is a collapsible planetarium. So what was your experience at this conclave?
I got to learn so much of things here. We are just a startup, just a 3-year-old organization, and we are trying to reach rural kids, and we have already reached around 7 lakh students. And now I think this platform has made me how I can multiply this and reach across India. And in the next few years to come, I think we have to cross from 7 lakhs to 7 crores. That's aim I'm plugging at.
To showcase Karnataka's culture, tradition and customs, Day 1 at the International Innovation and Creativity Conclave concluded with a cultural night.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, we are here at the Day 2 of International Innovation and Creativity Conclave. This conference has seen participation from so many countries, so many speakers and plenary sessions discussing around innovation, creativity, education system, employability and so much more. Let's see the proceedings and what all happened here today. We had eminent personalities and dignitaries coming here to share their peace of mind and to inspire people to go back to their countries and start an innovative education model.
No matter how successful you are, if you are changing the world, let's say Alpha Edison, Albert Einstein, the key element of a success of person is actually found in their homes, in the very little daily routine of their lives.
Some of the world's largest challenges and problems are going to need the most creative solutions, be it poverty, health, food, environment, education. All these issues need very creative solutions. And startups are best positioned to give us these solutions.
As a member of parliament representing Bangalore, I think that we have a very, very robust ecosystem in Bangalore to grow to be one of the most dynamic and vibrant educational capitals of the country. We have the best of the talent in industry. We have some of the best performing educational institutions, both primary and higher education. Some of the very talented university systems, both government and private here. We also have a global connectivity to the whole of the rest of the world. All of these makes it a grand recipe for Bangalore to be showcased as a globally rising educational capital.
We have talents everywhere in the world. We don't lack talents among the kids. We only need to give them a channel to express their creativity, to come up with the innovations.
I would like to incubate or accelerate my idea. So this is where we would like to create this buzz around a consortium. Therefore, in the International Innovation and Creativity Conclave, we have all types of people joining hands, all types of macro influencers joining hands. This is basically a setup where we are trying to build a consortium of people who can take the knowledge ecosystem forward for nations across countries across the globe. And we have innovators here, we have academicians here, we have industry here, we have researchers here, and also we have the funding agencies. The idea is to integrate, engage and collaborate. We also have a special MOU signing session on the second day of the event, where we are facilitating MOUs and collaborations between institutions so that a fresh dialogue would start on best practices.
With me is Mr. Bharatlal Meena, Chairman of the BEST Innovation University. So we are at the event and the response has been fantastic. There are a lot of people from different countries coming here. What would you like to say about the conclave?
The conclave has been going on very well, and we are happy that more than 20 countries are getting represented here. More than 100 speakers are there. And there are variety of subjects which are being discussed, and a lot of good valuable suggestions are coming from the speakers, and the good questions are being asked by the audience also. It is, I think, more than what we expected. We got the good response from the people. Yeah, innovation has to be there. The knowledge has to be taught in an innovative way also. The students also have to learn in an innovative way also. There are new methods have to come. Repetitively, because things are changing, the knowledge is changing, the way it has to be imparted also has to undergo change. The whole conference proceedings will be documented, and we will list out the suggestions coming from various people, speakers. Those suggestions will be documented and will be forwarded appropriately at different levels for decision making.
So we have only around 80 millimeters of annual rainfall. So when you talk about drought here, 500, for us it's a joke. So 80, and when we go south, we go to 30. But with all this 80, we also have water. So when it rains, it rains. So we have floods that are, and you see these great waterfalls. We have springs, natural springs, where we have all the time water, so like oases. And even because we are high above sea level, we have snow.
We are also having the habit of wasting the food that is prepared. Friends, I tell you, unless we address these issues, the amount of resources that we are spending on food production, and it is wasted just over a period of time just because we don't have sufficient infrastructure to address such losses. So this is where we have to bring in innovations. A lot of innovations are available for good storage, scientific storage, value addition, primary processing. All that has to be there, and we should bring those cutting edge technologies to support my farmers to take it further.
I have a bunch of students from BEST Innovation University who've helped in the organization of the event, and I'm really curious to talk to them to listen to what was your role in the whole of event and what did you do, what did you learn? Tell me about your experience.
Our role is just to organize this, and we are very glad to be here. We have learned about many countries' ideas about education, etc.
When I was not knowing anything about this conference, and I have been a part of this, and even this is the first conference for me, and even I was not knowing how will be the international conference, etc., etc. So the college, the management gave us the opportunity to be a part of this. So I am thankful for our university.
The 2-day event came to an end with a grand closing ceremony. A lot of dignitaries participated in the ceremony.
After the Nirbhaya scheme, a lot of funds came to us. Utilization may be poor. We need innovation, we need good ideas. But as Mr. Rangnath rightly said, behind every technology is the human being. And in the earlier part of our discussion, there was a lot of stress on value education, sensitization. We need to sensitize ourselves.
One has to think on one's feet. Most of the important issues would have been covered, but so one has to think of what may not have been covered and try to cover those bits and pieces so far as innovation is concerned.
This conclave tosses up certain vital issues of education, the kind of transformation that we are going to face. 5 years from now, the world will not be the same that we see today.
Education is a very, very important part of for any country's economy. If we excel well in education, our GDP will definitely grow. Most of the developed countries, the key element is education and health. They have invested quite heavily on education, health and research. And the countries which have invested in these two sectors have progressed.
I wish that this family of World Forum for Education grows day by day. We have larger families, we have larger network, we network people, and we share their experiences. That's what I wish for. I once again thank all of you for having come here and being our guest and then making this a grand success. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all. Thanks.
This conference came to an end with the hope that we will meet again next year in some other part of the world or somewhere in India. With this, we come to the end of this report. Thank you.